Let's head back to Portland, Oregon to the Showdown in the West car show. Mustangs, of course, have long been a very popular car to this day. And 64 and a half, 65 Mustangs, I think they're pretty much the top of the pecking order as far as desirable old Mustangs. Buddy Tompkins, you have a really good example here.
Thank you.
What's the history of the car? How did you become the owner of it?
Well, I had a lady come to me and tell me that she had this car left over from when her father passed away. He was gambling at the Wild Horse Casino in Pendleton, Oregon, and had a heart attack on the Millennium, hit a jackpot and had a heart attack. So,
When he had the jackpot, he had a heart attack?
yeah. So,
He died a happy man, perhaps?
a happy man. Yes, he did.
It's a little bit unique in that it has a vinyl top and the GT package, correct? And how rare is this car, this combination?
So far, I've traced this one here with this option package that it had down to 1 in 30 with the pony interior, 4-speed transmission. There was only 14% of those put in the coupes with the factory High Pro in it. So most of the factory High Pros had the automatics behind them.
And Mustangs, they're so popular, and there's quite a few of them out there because there's so many restoration pieces available for them, and you can, if you want to fix a Mustang, what you need is out there. And I would see that as being one of the most desirable things about the car. Was that something that made you seek out a Mustang, or is it just that, wow, I like Mustangs and here's one that's available to me?
I've had a few Mustangs in the past. I haven't had any. This one here is a true 64 and a half. It's licensed as 65. It's got all the parts from 64 and a half. It was right at the end of 64. Actually, they started calling them 64 and 3/4. So there's a little point there where they have 64 and 3/4 and a half parts, but their license is 65.
Explain to the viewers what the 64 and a half thing is about.
They came in, Ford came in halfway through the year. They weren't able to get the car ready for the public, so they brought it in halfway through the year. I think it was the Indianapolis 500 that they brought it in, and it was in April, and they started putting them on the market. A lot of parts like this headlight bucket, it's beveled here along with the hood, which that's 64 part only. They deleted that in 65. You can't mix match them. The hood won't close with it. They'll chip the paint they hit. So,
well, buddy, this is a beautiful example of a 65, 64 and a half Mustang, as nice as one I've ever seen, and I'd like to thank you for being on the Vintage Vehicle Show and sharing it with us.
Sure. I appreciate it. This is nice.